The hot dog is a dish consisting of a grilled, steamed, or boiled sausage served in a partially sliced bun. Sausages are some of the oldest forms of processed foods, being invented as early as the Sumerians, far back as 3000 BC. And today we're going to talk about it. I'm your host, Country Boy, and this is Historic Eats. If you like more stories like this, subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get started. The precise origins of sausage making is shrouded in the mists of time, but it is widely accepted that their invention is closely related to the development of early food preservation techniques. Ancient civilizations quickly learned that fresh meats spoiled rapidly without refrigeration, which was not readily available at that time. In response to this change, resourceful cooks began exploring methods to extend the viability of their precious foods. They experimented with salting, drying, and smoking meats, and through this process, they stumbled upon a technique that would redefine meat consumption. The earliest documentation suggesting the presence of sausage dates back to the ancient Sumerians in Mesopotamia, and texts hint at the existence of a form of salted and dried meat, closely resembling the concept of sausage. Moving forward to the ancient Greeks, specifically in Homer's Odyssey, dating back to 9000 BC, they would describe a kind of blood sausage, a delicacy that was tied to a ritual and feasting. It was considered one of the earliest literary references of sausage making, when swineherd inserts blood and fat into an intestine before broiling it. The refinement of sausage making artistry is often linked to an anecdote from the Roman Empire and the era of the notorious Roman Emperor Nero and his cook Gallus. In ancient Rome, it was customary to starve pigs a week before their slaughter. Legend had that Gallus, while watching over his kitchen, discovered something significant when he realized that one pig who had been fully roasted had not been cleaned. He stuck his knife into the belly to check the roast edibility and found the intestines empty due to the pig's starvation and puffed from the heat. This prompted Gallus to exclaim that I have discovered something of great importance, and he would proceed to stuff the innards with ground game meats mixed with spices and wheat, thus giving birth to a sausage. The Romans proliferated sausage making throughout Europe as their empire extended beyond its borders. As sausage making began to infuse throughout Europe, regional adaptations began to take shape and leading forward, which would eventually converge in modern-day Germany. Both Frankfurt and Vienna assert their claim to the invention of sausage. These two cities would give rise to the tradition of meat preservation and countless variants. The Frankfurter in particular has its roots implanted in the city of Frankfurt am Main, with records dating back to the 13th century when pork sausages were honed by German butchers. Most notably, they were named in homage of their city of origin, and Frankfurt claims that the Frankfurter was invented in 1484. In contrast, the Austrian city of Vienna, known for the creation of the Wienerwurst, unlike the Frankfurter, which is a purely pork sausage, Vienna's version integrates both pork and beef into their culinary creation, and the city of Vienna uses the term Wiener to substantiate their claim that their city was the birthplace of the original hot dog. Whatever the truth was, German immigrants brought their culinary expertise to America. Charles Federman, a German immigrant and baker in 1867, realized that the unique business opportunity and envisioned a simple, convenient meal for visitors at Coney Island's amusement parks. The Frankfurter-style sausage paired with a specially elongated bun. The handheld feast met the growing demand for accessible and appetizing street food among the crowd seeking entertainment at the seaside destination. Federman's innovation formed a cornerstone of a quick, economical American cuisine and established a link between Coney Island and the popularization of the hot dog. Despite the evolution of the term Frankfurter to hot dog, it's somewhat concealed behind urban legend. Federman would speculate that the name's transition occurred during ballpark stadiums, which sold Dachshund sausages and Frankfurters in a bun. Legend has it that a talented cartoonist was unable to spell Dachshund, introduced the term hot dog, but regardless of the obscure origins of the phrase, German immigrants' influence helped shape this American delicacy. One could not talk about the history of the hot dog and not talk about Nathan's Famous. It was established in 1916 by German immigrant Nathan Handwerker, a former employee of Charles Federman. Handwerker ventured out on his own to establish a competing hot dog venture with a small capital investment and a distinct seasoning. Handwerker's business strategy brought some deliberate changes. The hot dogs were priced at 5 cents, half of Federman's price, and the stark difference in pricing, coupled with its unique flavor, played a crucial role in gaining an edge over Charles Federman's hot dogs. The hot dog underwent a profound cultural and culinary metamorphosis during the World Wars. When the United States entered World War I, the nation was facing a monumental task of feeding its rapidly expanding military force. The hot dog, then known still as the Frankfurter, emerged as a solution because of its hearty, non-perishable, portable, and was easy to prepare. These qualities made it an essential part of a soldier's daily rations, fueling them with much-needed protein they needed for strenuous activities. The importance of a hot dog carried over into World War II as advancement in vacuum packaging and canning methods made it easier to transport and preserve them during wartime. Simultaneously, meat rationing back home led people to rely on hot dog as a critical source of protein. It was during this time that hot dogs became a culinary symbol of American solidarity during the war effort. This sentiment was echoed into social events like hot dog fundraisers and wiener roasts. These gatherings often spread enthusiasm for war bonds and uplifted civilian morale. Having a hot dog wasn't just about feeding yourself, it was acting in a patriotic support for the troops abroad. The world wars also brought the rise of anti-German sentiment in America, pushing German-inspired words out of fashion. The humble Frankfurter was then linguistically further pushed for the more distinctly American hot dog. This shift in nomenclature was cemented the hot dog in American culture, linking it with other hallmarks such as apple pie and baseball. The hot dog story in America is an impressive transition from street food to an integral part of the sports viewing experience. This evolution was most pronounced at the grand amphitheaters of baseball, where the enjoyment of a hot dog became much a part of the ritual of watching baseball after crack the bat or the roar of the crowd. It continued to permeate to other facets of American life, emerging as quintessential food for carnivals, county fairs, and backyard barbecues. However, hot dogs are not devoid of controversy. Over time, concerns about hot dogs have emerged predominantly in the realm of the health conscious and ethical awareness. The connection between processed meats and health conditions, coupled with the meat industry's involvement in environmental and ethical disagreements, cast a shadow over the hot dog. An influence of low-grade meat scraps and the synthetic flavoring used in hot dog production has forced a reevaluation of the industry's practice and called for transparency in food manufacturing and a reassessment of consumption habits. Recently, a new twist in hot dog's trajectory has risen with the damage inflicted by the industry on animal welfare and the planet. There has been a surge of veganism in response to the rise of plant-based alternatives to meat products. And numerous companies strive to satisfy this increased demand in engineering hot dog substitutes that are entirely plant-based, thus offering the taste of hot dog without the associated health ethical apprehensions. Despite these shifting attitudes, hot dogs continues to be a significant aspect of American culture. It's a humble foodstuff, has achieved global recognition, and excels reflect an international fondness for the culinary delight and offers a slice of American culture. Different societies have adopted and adapted the hot dog, garnishing it with local ingredients and demonstrating the enduring draw of the simplicity and the effective influence of American culture. In essence, the hot dog narrative echoes the progression of America itself, beginning with immigrant roots, blending with the American societal fabric, and permeating through pop culture, confronting controversies and displaying the capacity for adaptation and evolution. It's a testimony to its popularity and reinforce its link in the multifaceted American society, from baseball stadiums to backyard barbecues. Thank you. This has been Historic Eats. I'm your host, Country Boy. This is the history of the hot dog. If you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this. And you can find more stories like this by subscribing to my channel. Peace.